I kind of did it. I kind of timed it okay. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Got some junk in the green screen back there I got to move. We're almost ready, even though I'm 10 minutes late. What's up, buddy?
No.
Just come to hang out? Mm-hmm. All right, Zach's hanging out. All right, how's everybody doing? Good morning. Now we got to get the chat up for me to see. So we're almost there. Thanks for being here, everybody. Sorry for being a little bit late. Had a long night last night. Could not fall asleep. Mrs. Z's let me sleep in. All right, Glenn, thanks for subscribing. We're going to do this little magic thingy here with unicorns. Everybody likes unicorns. All right, let me find the chat.
So it's a new month.
You want an audiobook? Just get it. What are you even asking me for? Zach has an audiobook addiction, which is okay. There are lots of worse addictions you could have, like home automation. Why is that video not there? Oh, usually I hear blings and things when people are chatting. I don't hear anything right now. There are some people here watching. Okay, good. I did update the title, so that's good. So I put a little poll, if everybody didn't notice, or did notice, for those of you who did notice, I put up a little poll. Oh, there it is. Oh, shush. Man, everything is just dragging butt tonight. My CPU is 90C. Maybe it shouldn't be. Anyways, all right. Grab the chat. Here it comes, popping out. And we do have more DrZzs. Actually, we could start with that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was going to do that before we got started too. The ding dong ditching, you guys like that? Oh my gosh, my computer is just lagging. I don't know why it's struggling so bad. Anyways. 90. Yeah, 96, man. Free Willy. It's a little bit warm here. Yeah, I will be surprised if my computer doesn't crash. I don't know why it's struggling so bad, but it's definitely struggling. All right. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. If it's taking too long, I'm not going to bother. Who reboot? Yeah, except if I reboot, then, oh, man. Now we got to start all over. Not doing that. Celsius? No, I don't think so. Dr. Stickle, thank goodness it's not. Hey, Stefan. How you doing, amigo? Shipping. Can't wait till I get mine. All right, me Lobby's going to get his. It is too warm. It is way too warm here right now. There you go. There's a bling bling. I can't see it because I blocked my screen to do other things, but there's a little bit of that. Okay, we're going to go to, I'm finally going to go here to products. I'm going to be so focused today. Why am I not watching SpaceX live? I didn't know. That's just the honest truth. I did not know today was SpaceX Live Day. I thought it was a while ago. Hey, Charlie. New RFBridge. It's the old RFBridge. It's just we're gonna do the Flash. Flash. Oh. What movie is that? Do you guys remember? Some of you guys do. Flash Gordon. Oh, this is taking too long. Okay, here we go. We're almost there. Almost there. Portish. How do you say it? Step Brothers. All right, Reese. Thank you. I have done it too. So if I need some help, I'll be looking for you. Hopefully, I can recreate what I did yesterday. Okay. There's about to be a run on these DrZz boards, I think. Ready, set, go. All right, so as soon as the site updates, you should have 100 more. It's 5 a.m. and I've lost control of my life. Uh-oh. Enya, you want to tell us the story? It still says sold out. Sean, I just barely did it. Just barely. So right now we should do it. Now go see. I had to refresh. Page had to load, but it should be good now. Yes, Itendra, how are you doing? Good to see you again. It's been too long. All right, we're going to pop these up here because these are sites we might use. Man, you see how that is just struggling?
Yeah.
It's just struggling, man. Big time. I'm going to shut this down. Maybe that'll help. I guess I could do the Control-Alt-Delete and see what it is that's giving me so much grief. Task Manager, see what it is that's happening here. Something's sucking away all my performance. Blue Iris. That's what it is. Okay. Well, let's shut down Blue Iris for now. Hopefully this will help. This is what happens when I'm 10 minutes late and I feel guilty, and so I start before I'm really ready. All right. It's probably because it's recording a bunch of things or something. I don't know what it's doing, but... Okay, anyways. We are going to shut it down. Yeah, look at that. It's using 100% of the CPU.
Huh.
I don't know why. But we're going to shut it down for now. If I remember how. I don't think I can just hit this. Okay. There we go. Okay. That should help. Better. Sweet. All right. Now we can start the stream. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We're finally here. Okay. I am going to read chat for a minute because I want to say hi a few times to a few folks. And then we will get into the meat of what we're doing today. Zigbee Flash yet, since on the Sonoff Flashes week. You know, I actually was thinking, depending on how this whole flashing of the RFBridge with the Portish goes, once we get this done, if we have time and we are feeling brave, maybe we'll do the Zigbee bridge, flash the Zigbee bridge. I haven't done it yet. I haven't really looked into it. I've just seen that it happens. Just think what it would be like if you're a professional streamer. I know, wouldn't that be... I don't know what that would be like. I don't know. Professional. Hey, from Italy. What's the matter? Oh. Hey, from South Africa. How's it going? Oh, yeah? Well, that's good, though. Henry got his 3D printer. Fantastic. Ray, how's it going? What did you get up and running, Ray? Made me want to go back. Really? Mark, you've had problems with 113? I haven't had problems, but that... What problems have you had? Blade's talking to himself. Hi, Blade. How are you? I'm good, thanks. Don't mind me. Blade's like the most important one in the chat. Thank you for being here, Blade. Thanks for all your help, amigo. All right, Vinoth from India. All right, Captain Redbeard. Nice. Jerem Boy from Czech Republic. Wow. Someday when all this stuff is gone, all this doggone Rona garbage, I'm going to make a world tour. What do you think? Wouldn't that be awesome? World tour. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, for the title of the stream, or in the title of the stream, you I actually have an accurate title this time. So when this Sonoff bridge, okay, what we're gonna do today is the Sonoff bridge, and not just flashing the Sonoff bridge with Tasmota, but flashing the Sonoff bridge with Tasmota and then with the Portish, which I don't know why I struggle so much to say that. Portish. Probably because SCH is usually the way you start a word, not the way you end a word, so it really throws me off. I try and put it in the middle like Portish. Anyways, your wife is seeing the light, forgot to close the kitchen window last night. Today she asked if she could spare sensors notifications. Yes, Milobi, yes, you are winning the game. Making your own bots for Twitch that you can host in Proxmox. Ooh, Raspy, that sounds awesome. Will this be a rewind? Absolutely, Reese. Yeah, I really think this will be a good one. All right, Dale's here. Yes, I think this will make a good rewind. So that was part of the reason I thought, oh, let's do this today. And then when I put the poll out there and said, hey, do you guys want me to do this? It was like 80% yes, please do this. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the Sonoff RFBridge. First, let me tell you what has brought this about. Why am I all of a sudden interested in putting Portish on the Sonoff bridge? Thank you, Kigra. For 4 months. Holy cow. 4 months. Do you like unicorns or planes? So unicorns or planes. We'll do unicorns. So what has happened that has made me change my tune? So I have had a Sonoff RFBridge. This has room assistant written all over it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me. You're not wrong. I don't know. Or if you're wrong, maybe you're wrong. All right, here we go. Discord channel link. The one you always mention. Is the bot's probably not working because Blade told me to do stuff and I didn't do it? Can somebody post that for me, por favor? Somebody with a wrench, Blade, or others. Okay, staying on focus today. We are staying on focus. Focus. Yeehaw. Okay, we have, as you probably have seen in the past from watching my videos, I did several different videos about getting like blinds and stuff to work. And about a year and a bit ago, I thought I was satisfied with my blinds. Well, not blinds, shades, I should say. I thought I was satisfied with my shades situation. So they worked well. I had the DC motors and the in-stop switches, and they worked well for a while. But then some different things happened in different times, and I was the only one that could fix it. You know, if a sensor got bumped or moved, or if the blinds got stuck or something came loose. And anyways, we're down to like 3 of the 7 windows that are actually working. So I've been looking at new solutions again, and the solution that I came across that I really want to get working. That's a really bad video. Let me fix this. Need a little bit less. Okay, great. Otherwise, that's good. That's good. And I know it's blocking everything else. And for this particular moment, that's okay. Let me move my stuff out of the way. You know what this is? Anybody? Oh, look at that crappy video thing. Dang, because my computer's struggling so bad. Anyways, what we got is this. This is a battery-powered, rechargeable window shade motor. And since that camera is sucking today, we're going to look at it here instead. It's this guy right here. Zemismart, rechargeable, and with an optional solar panel. So with a solar panel, it's $100. Without the solar panel, it's like $60. For me, I would buy one solar panel and just move it so that it's charging different blinds or different shades, different times. So this thing is almost perfect. There's a couple things that to discuss about it. One of them is the end of it. See that end of it? That's a 3D printed end. And that's because I think the people who make shades, window shades, there's a conspiracy among window shades manufacturers. They make the diameter of the window shades pole, like the bar that you use, the pipe. The inside diameter is 38 millimeters, which is about 1.5 inches. But if you want to make your own shades, like I do, or like I already did, with something cheaper, you're out of luck. There's like nothing that is exactly 38 millimeters or 1.5 inches inside diameter. I tried several different kinds of pipe, PVC and conduit and a bunch of different stuff, and nothing's quite exactly the right size, which is too bad because, you could buy like a 1-inch PVC pipe, which makes a perfectly good shade rod, but it doesn't fit these motors. So that's kind of stinky. So the solution is you make your own little ends on it, and this actually fits inside of a 1-inch PVC. So that's what I'm going to do when it comes to hanging that up. So problem one, the shade manufacturers have a conspiracy to force us to buy their aluminum stuff, which is really expensive. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's like that, Raspy, like buying 10 hot dogs and getting 8 buns. It's like that. It's like, come on, man. You out to try and get us. The other issue that I have with this is how am I going to get it into Home Assistant? I actually got this idea from watching Hookup Rob's video about blind motors and stuff, shade motors. His recent one where he was comparing and he was talking DIY or buy and stuff. And in it, he talks about this particular one and he says, oh, but it's RF, which means you can use it with, like a Sonoff bridge or something like that. Whoa, shouldn't have done that. The problem is it doesn't actually work that way. So the Sonoff RFBridge, as it comes, there are 2 chips on the bridge. One is the ESP8285, which is the same thing as the 8286. It just has the memory on the inside instead of the outside of the chip, something like that. But it basically flashes the same. So you can flash Tasmota on it. And I did. I flashed Tasmota on my Sonoff RFBridge years ago, and it's just been chugging along. It's been one of the most stable parts of my home automation system. I've got some motion sensors and some door sensors that communicate with it. They're not all made by Sonoff. Some of them are made by Sonoff. Some of them are just a generic off-brand for door and window sensors. But it's been working fine. I haven't needed it to do anything else, and so I've just left it alone. The second chip on the bridge is the RF chip, the chip that handles the decoding, I suppose, of the RF signals. And it has firmware on it that Sonoff made. And it is limited in which devices it can decode the signals from. So some people, in their ultimate wisdom, have come up with a different firmware for that chip. And that's this Portish. So that's what this Portish firmware. I saw somebody in the chat say, what's Portish? Why Portish? Portish is firmware that goes on the RF chip on the bridge. So it's not Tasmota, and it doesn't go on the ESP8285 chip. It goes on the other chip. So it's a different flashing process. And it has different function. What it does ultimately is enable you to receive a whole bunch of additional codes from RF devices, 433 megahertz devices. Maybe even others, I don't know, but probably only 433 in this particular case. It lets you get the raw signals from a whole bunch of other RF remotes and things that the Sonoff RFBridge with just Tasmota on the main chip cannot do. So when I got my blinds, or I keep saying blinds, when I got this fancy shades motor and tried to use the remote to get a signal on my RFBridge that's flashed with Tasmota, I didn't get any signals. So I thought, well, let's try this Portish, and we'll expand the number of devices that this thing can read from, and then hopefully I can use this motor with Home Assistant, this Shades motor with Home Assistant. Spoiler alert, it still didn't work. But we'll get to that at the end, okay? But in the process, I went ahead and finally, after years, decided to bite the bullet and flash this Portish firmware on my RFBridge. Fortunately for me, I have multiple RFBridges, so I didn't actually mess with the one that I'm using so it can keep functioning, because I wasn't sure if I was going to break it in this process. And after I did it, I was like, oh, okay, now I know how to do it. Let's do it. So that's what we're going to do now. I've got here I think, native unflashed Sonoff RFBridge. What about 434? I don't know anything about 434. I don't think it will do like 315 or anything. Or there's 315 and there's like 900, and there's a few different other ones. Yeah, so that aluminum rod, the original retro marquee, show me what you think about the prices, because when I looked at it, it was all so dang expensive compared to a piece of 1-inch PVC. All right, so I've got here an RFBridge, and I am going to dismantle it, which I wish I could show you on my camera over here. All right, we got another subscriber. We're going to do some planes. Thank you very much. And I apologize right now for my lack of paying attention to the chat for the next little while, because I'm going to just try and get this done. So for questions and such, especially off-topic questions, we can try, if it's working. I don't know if the bot thing's working. If it's not, it's my fault, not Blade. But you can try and post questions, and I can get to them at the end. Or mods can pass them along if they have to do with this particular thing that we're working on. But I'm going to try and stay focused and see if we can get this done in a reasonable amount of time. Okay? Let's go back to the camera for a second, even though it's kind of sucky today. It's all delayed and stuff. Okay, here is my Sonoff RFBridge. And I am just taking off these little pads and the screws behind there. You don't need to watch that. It's not that exciting. Works on Twitch, not on YouTube. Okay, pass them on manual. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sir Good Enough. Thank you, Blade. All right. I hope this is working. I don't even know. Like, I was really surprised. Check the frame rate on the camera. Yeah, sometimes it just gets bogged down. I'm sure it's bad. I know how to fix it, but to fix it, I have to turn things off and turn them back on, and I don't really want to do that. All right. Yeah, this thing's never been touched. So here's this RFBridge. It's got this little LED on it and this little foamy guy. You can just peel that guy off. Okay. This whole thing is just an LED, so don't worry too much about that. There's a switch here. The switch has an on and an off, and this is what separates the other chip, which I believe is this guy over here, the RF chip communication. So when we flash this initially with Tasmota, I'm pretty sure we want this off. So we're going to turn that off. And then the pins that we want are these pins underneath this LED. Okay, so there's different flashing pins here, and there's some flashing pins, or that looks like flashing pins, over here, and those are for the RFBridge. So what we're going to do is use these to flash Tasmota on this first and foremost. First and foremost. That sounds very complicated. All right. Now, we're going to go here. This is actually a really good tutorial. I do think there might be errors in it, though. So we're gonna go through it, and the parts where what I experienced was different than this, I will point out to you. All right. So I will answer a question about the Broadlink Pro because that is relevant. I can still, and I tried again yesterday multiple times, I still cannot get my RF Pro or my Broadlink RM Pro. I still cannot get my Broadlink RM Pro to learn RF codes. I did it like 2 years ago, and then I didn't use it, and now I cannot get it to relearn RF codes. It is killing me, but it won't do it. I know, right? Isn't it crazy, Raspberry? I'm trying to stay on task. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right. So now I'm going to bust out my flasher. Okay? The flasher of flashiness. This is the regular old Sonoff. Yeah, my regular old FTDI. My FTDI adapter that I've used to flash many, many, many things. And I'm going to connect it here. In this case, I will actually point out one thing. This isn't new news to anybody. This Sonoff RFBridge, the old video I did, is still relevant. These markings are right here. 3 volts, RX, TX, ground, and then there's a different, whatever that it says, SDA. So that starts all the way up here. So this square pin is the 3 volt pin. Okay? The square one at the top is 3 volts. So that's where we're going. Square one at the top is 3 volts. So we put our flasher in there. I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Come on, you stinker. There it is. Okay. Got that in there. And then back to this for a second. But the button here is GPIO 0, so you can hold down the button when you plug it in. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh. I'm just going to do it like this. You don't have to see this part. It's not anything critically exciting. All right. So I'm going to hold down that button, and then I'm going to plug in my FTDI adapter. Ready, set, go. All right. Now I can let go of the button, and I can go to my ESP home flasher, which has been the one I've used. For some reason, the Tasmota flasher always crashes on my computer. I will say you should go get the latest version of Tasmota. And it specifically, when you get down to the instructions about flashing this RF firmware, it says you need to get a version that has the RF flash component activated. So when you see that, here it is. Make sure you have the previously flashed Tasmota binary built with RF flash. Refer to the builds table for compiled binaries which include this feature. Otherwise, you'll get this error, which when you try this, the Portish part of it, if you've done anything wrong, pretty much, you get this magic byte is not 0 whatever error. So we will probably see that a couple times. If you go to this builds table, basically, if you download the tasmota.bin, it's got that on there. So you're fine. So you can, it doesn't say it here. It refers you to this Tasmota builds page. And I can understand that because they thought at the time they wrote this, maybe there would be different ones that would say different things. This actually link doesn't take you to there. Let's see. There is a page that shows you where they all are. But anyways, there used to be a whole bunch of different binaries, and there are still a bunch, but there are less than there were. We're going to just go here and grab 8.4. Okay. And if we just grab the binary, regular old tasmota.bin, it has that RF flash. This one right here. So that's all we need. We're just going to grab that. We're going to throw it in flash easy. And I'm going to overwrite the one that's already there because this is the latest. All right. Now, We go back here, browse, Flash Easy. Everybody should have a Flash Easy folder. Hope you all have a Flash Easy folder. Where'd it go? Oh, it's because it's sorted by type. And I passed the bin section. There we go. All right, Tasmota.bin. Now let's just see if it works. Let's just see if I did it right and we flash it. Bingo. First time, every time. So while this is happening, I can answer chat questions for a second. Why Tasmota and not ESP Home? Good question. No reason. I know Pinky Wafer did a video where she did ESP Home. Oh, error. Oh no. I wonder if I moved it. Hold on. We got to start over. Oh, we got to start over. I think I might have, maybe I bumped it and moved it or something. All right, hold down the button. Plug it in. Unplug it. Grab the port. That should be there still. I think I might have bumped it because it got like a few percent and then it stopped. Yeah, now it's going again. Oh man. Ha! Squirrel question, Joshua. What is the advantage of WLED versus Fast LED? Fast LED, as I understand it, is a library that has some effects. WLED uses the Fast LED library and others to make crazy good effects. And WLED has this whole awesome user interface. Fast LED is just a library, as far as I know, unless something's changed. It doesn't do the user interface. It doesn't have all of the custom customizability plus the sync and the interactions and all that stuff. So the reason to use WLED versus Fast LED, they're not really the same thing. And WLED, hands down, by far the best LED controlling software for ESP-based Wi-Fi chips. Hands down, done. All right. There we go. Okay, it's flashed. It worked. Yay, it worked. Now we hopefully can go to my little network over here, which you guys can't see. And we should be able to find a Tasmota something something. If I need to, I'll just unplug this and plug it back in. And hopefully the access point should show up over here. I'm getting a blinking light. If it doesn't show up, it might be because it needs a little more power than my FTDI adapter can handle, which might be what's happening here. That's not, there it is, Tasmota. All right, you guys, oh yeah, you can sort of see that right there by my ear. So I can connect to this, and this is going to be the access point for the RFBridge now. You like the pride effect? There's so many good effects. I love it. It's just so fun. Cannot connect? What do you mean you can't connect, you turd? There it goes. Now it's connected. All right, and then we go to 192.168.4.1, and we will be greeted with the Wi-Fi page, right? And you put in your Wi-Fi stuff here. All right, and we're going to host name. We're going to change the host name to, this is my third RFBridge, actually. RFBridge, the third. Okay, that way it'll show up in my router with that name and I can see it. What are my favorite effects? Good question. I really like Color Winkle. Color Winkle is a lot of fun. The other day, I had a really good time with... So in my girls' room, I put a bunch of LEDs around the room, like crown molding around the room with RGB LEDs in them. So they have like couple hundred of them around the room. It's really neat. And the effect we used was fireworks or something. And it was really cool because it would launch. It launches like one little white ball, and it launches and it kind of goes around, and then it starts to come back down, and then it explodes and it just sends colors in every direction. It was really cool. We had a lot of fun watching that one for now. All right, so now that is gone. We can go, in this case, we're going to go to my router, And we're going to find the IP address of this thing. The other way to do it is maybe even the better way. Nah, we'll do it this way. You could also go to Tasmo admin in the Home Assistant add-on Tasmo admin and just do a new search, and it would find it if you didn't get have access to your router, or if you didn't like poking around in your router. Look at this as a side note, as a totally squirrely side note here. Remember how much trouble I was having with my Unify stuff and the association failures? Look at this. I was in like 20, 30,000 of these association failures, and I'm down to like 15, I think is the lowest I've seen, but it's been consistently less than a couple hundred for more than a week. And I don't know exactly what happened. I think I did do a restart of this because our Wi-Fi went out one day. Our internet went out. But anyways, pretty cool, right? And they're not even the WPA. It was all WPA authentication timeouts. They're all gone, pretty much. Pretty cool, right? Right. Okay, back on track. Stay on target. Stay on target. You think I get a copyright violation for that? All right. Now we're gonna look for this RFBridge. And there it is, RFBridge the third. 144 is the IP address. While I'm here, well, I don't know if I'm going to keep this RFBridge. I think I might not. So 144, correct? So we're going to go to 144. All right, sweetness. All right, we're going to go here. We're going to go to configuration, configure module, and we're just going to grab the RFBridge, which is number 25, right there. Sonoff bridge. Save. Done. That will put all the right pins doing all the right things. So you don't have to worry about anything else. What's up, buddy? What do you need? I think somebody took it in there. Sorry. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Okay. Now here we are. This is now our Sonoff bridge, Tasmotized on the latest version of Tasmota. And actually, there's nothing else we need to do in here. I believe that this one, when you set this Sonoff bridge module, I believe that it already turns off the serial monitoring. You do need to turn off the serial monitoring. And I think serial log, yeah, you need to turn this off. So if I check this, it should already be off. Yeah, it's already off. So I don't know if that's the case on all of them. Don't touch your face. All right, so we got that off. I don't think there's anything else in here that I need to do that I can remember. So I'm going to power this thing off for right now. Boom. Okay. I disconnected it. Maximum signals the bridge can receive. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. I know it can only store and send 16 codes. But you can there's ways to get around that. Okay. We're going back to this crappy camera for a minute because we got to do a little bit of manhandling on this board. If we go to these, we go to this page. Where's my instrucciones? All right, we're going to be down here. We're going to do this. And the reason we're going to do this is because on this version of the board, okay, if you read through all these instructions on here, there are two versions of the RFBridge. There's a R1 and an R2. I have the R2. The R1 is different, and I don't know if you have to do this or not. Basically, what this says here is for the R2 version, GPIO 4 and 5 are connected to the data pins on the USB cable, and it says they're supposed to it shorts them, and it's not supposed to. We don't need it. So what we're going to do is we're going to sever these two lines, which go from, this is the USB port over here. So the USB port sends GPIO 4 and 5 up here and that connects to the chip and it goes to GPIO 4 and 5. We're not going to need that. No matter what you do, you don't need that. If you're running Tasmota on this, or even the stock firmware doesn't use it according to this thing. So we're just going to cut these little strips here so that we can power this thing from USB in a minute when we do the Portish flashing. And we can use GPIO 4 and 5 so that we can use GPIO 4 and 5 in the process for flashing the RF chip. Okay? As I understand it, when you've got this RF flash thing, RF flash activated in Tasmota, it's going to let us update this other chip with the Portish firmware through the over-the-air firmware flashing on Tasmota user interface. Pretty sweet. So you don't need we're not going to need to connect our FTDI adapter or anything else again. We're going to use these pins, and we're going to send these pins to, I think it's these two over here. And that's how we're going to get the new firmware on the new chip, on the RF chip, okay? So in the meantime, we just need to cut these across there. I don't know what everybody's favorite way of scraping off tracings on the circuit board is. For me, this works fine. So I'm just going to scrape a little here until I'm confident that I've broken the connection. Usually I like to see it, a little bit of copper come up. So I'm probably overdoing it. There. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see that, but I pushed it back and I can see the little bit of copper right there. You probably can't see that at all. No, you can't, but trust me. So that's how I know that strip is totally disconnected. There we go. Got that one too. Okay, so it should be good. You can get your multimeter out and you can check for continuity, make sure that you broke the connection if you want, or if it doesn't work, if we start having troubles, I'll come back and verify. But I think to me, that is pretty clear that I severed those. Sorry about the focus, and sorry about the crappy camera. Okay, so there you go. My head is too big. I'm sorry. All right. So we've done that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is grab the Portish firmware. The way that I grabbed it was by going to Tasmota. And under Tools, oops, you can't see. All right, so this is just the Tasmota tree master, where all of the actual files that go into making Tasmota live. Under Tools here, we've got it's this. It's this FWEFM8BB1. So in that folder, we have the latest versions of the Portish firmware. Okay? These are the dates. Hasn't been updated in quite a while. The newest version is November 27th of 2018. But that's fine. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's new. This is the newest version. So grab this version. So the way that I grabbed it was I opened it, and then I went to raw, and I just copied all this and pasted it into a document and named it portish.hex. If you just try and grab it like this, if you just go right click and save link as, it's not going to work. It adds some other goo to it, and it's not going to work. So don't try it. This is it. This is what I need. Okay? And that's how I got it. So again, you open up this file. Oh, what? There you go. Open up this, And there's probably other ways to do this. That's fine. You could just select it all right here. That's fine too. Just copy it all. It's just all this. Copy it. Open up your whatever editing file you like. Make a new file. Paste it in. And then save it as whatever you like. Just so that I have more than one. Okay. And check and make sure that it didn't give you a funky, like mine, it tried to put a different file extension. So you got to go in there and make sure that that's not wrong. Now I'm going to sort these all, find the hex files. Yeah, it ended up putting it here. See what it did? Can you see that? My tip cup's in the way. Right here, Portish 2 hex.txt. We don't want that. We got to change that. It can't have this .txt on the end. Yes, I'm sure. Of course, I know what I'm doing. Okay, there you go. You guys are probably in the chat telling everybody better ways to do it, and I appreciate that. Okay, let's go back. Let us go back. Now, here we are. So here's where I ran into a little bit of a difference. What happened to me, it says here that you need to, we'll connect those wires in a minute. This is the part that I was surprised about. It says the on-off switch on the board to off to turn off the RF. That actually didn't work for me. When it worked was when I had it on. So this is the one we just flashed. The switch is off. This is the one that I did yesterday, and the switch is on. Let's try it again according to this. And the worst thing that's going to happen is we'll get the magic byte not in the right place message, and that's not going to hurt anything. So we'll try it and see. But that was backwards for me. That was wrong. And then the other thing is the connections that you make. So we're going to try it with just holding some jumpers. But again, that didn't work so great for me yesterday. So we may end up doing something a little bit different. So we're going to grab a couple of jumper wires here. A couple of just generic little jumper wires. And what we have to connect is these two pins that we just severed, right? GPIO 4 and 5. And we connect them with, let me see if I remember which ones. I'm going to make sure I get them right. Yeah, these ones down here below. And again, when it worked for me, they were crossed. So the one on the left, well, I guess let me hold it this way so that I can do right and left. There we go. So the pin on the left here, I don't know if that's 4 or 5, and it doesn't matter, goes to the pin on the right down here in the middle. And then this one that's on the right goes to the one on the left. Okay, oop, there's a bug on my desk. Oh, he's gone. All right, we're going to hope that that works. We'll see if it works. Maybe it doesn't work. We're going to turn this off. We're going to grab us a micro USB cable for powering. So now we can power this device through micro USB, and it's not going to have any problems because of that GPIO 4 and 5. Okay, so here we are again. Let's do this. So here's our connections, and we're going to see if this will work. I think this is right, but I've been wrong before. And we're going to power it right here. So we've got those connections made between those pins, and I've got this thing turned off. Now we're going to go to our Tasmota page here. Can you see it? Nope, you can't. All right. With all the hardware stuff set up, we've got GPIO 4 and 5 severed so that we can power through USB. We've got GPIO 4 and 5 connected to, I think these are like, what are they? They've got names. I can't read very well. C2D and, oh gosh, C2CK, I think. And I'm sure somebody out there knows what that means. I'm not going to pretend that I do. So hopefully those are making connections. Now we're going to go to the Tasmota user interface here. And we're going to go to firmware upgrade. And we're going to choose that Portish file. We'll choose the hex file. We'll choose this one that I used yesterday. And that's it. We're going to start upgrade. And most likely, right now, it's going to say magic byte error, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Let's see. Boom. Failed. Failed to erase the RF chip. That's better, though. That's not that magic one. So when that happened yesterday, because I got this message yesterday, and I think it had to do with me not making good connection with these pins. So we'll try it again. And I don't know if maybe this needs to happen. So now I'm going to rearrange those, just make sure that that's connecting. I'm going to shut it off, turn it back on again. I think it might be that switch in the off position instead of the on position. So we're going to try it again. We're just going to do it. I just rearranged a little bit, tried to make sure that I'm making contact. Choose the file again. So when you do this, just expect that you're going to get some errors and you're going to have to do it several times. Just keep tinkering. Don't give up. It'll work eventually. Okay, so that didn't do it. Now I'm going to switch the switch to on. We're going to try that. I just switched that switch to on. I wish it would just save this file here, but I guess it's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing that I've had to do. Reselect this every time. Okay. So now my switch is on instead of off. And it still failed. Okay. Let's try switching these. I thought I had them on the right pins, but maybe I didn't. So I'm going to switch the sides. Switch. So now this one is going to the right and that one is going to the left. I don't think this is right. I'm pretty sure that I did it the other way yesterday. But here we go. This is what we do. We try stuff and it's okay to fail, right? It's okay. That is working. So there you go. If I can just hold steady. Yeah, that's working. Upload started. So it's not failing. We did it. We did it. We did it. There it is. Upload successful. We did it. We are amazing. That wasn't so bad, right? So let's look at it. This is the correct way. The pin on the right goes to the one on the right over here. The pin on the left goes to the one on the left over here. And our switch is turned on, not off. Now, why are we doing this? Because we want to get massive amounts of codes. I can take these jumpers off now. I can leave that there. Now it's just powered up. It's just ready to go. Let me grab an RF remote. So I've got here one of these just generic little RF remotes. Okay. So this is what the firmware does. Icafar. This is what the firmware does. This one's for you, buddy. When I press this, oh, actually I have to set it in, I have to put it into learn mode, I think. And it tells you here how to do that. It's got some funky command like, where'd it go? It's like RW something, something, something. Here we go. Here we go. RF raw space 177. I don't know why. That's kind of a weird thing. And maybe I should look into that because maybe that's why. So RF raw 177 and then enter. And now it's sort of in this learn mode. And now when I press one of these buttons, it won't just give me this short little code that it used to give me. It'll give me this big long thing. Maybe. It's not working. It's not working. Maybe I need to restart it. Let's try that. Oop. Oop. Oh, it beeps now. It didn't used to beep. Okay. So let's try the RF raw again. Anybody know why it's RF raw 177? I don't. Okay, there it goes. Boom. Now, prior to using this Portish firmware, sorry, let me zoom in so you guys can see. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Prior to using this Portish firmware, you would get a code like this. You would get some like 5 or 6 digit code, and it was very simple. But you could only get it from certain devices. Yeah, fail. I'll do the fail just for more. But now we get this raw data, and the raw data is all of this. So what that means is now with other devices that prior to the Portish firmware, you couldn't use the Sonoff RFBridge to receive and send codes. Now you can. Now you can. That's why we did this. Yay! But unfortunately, and maybe it's that 177 thing. So we can try something. We can try it again. But unfortunately, that has not solved my problem with my solar shades motor. So here's my solar shades motor remote. I don't even have to show you on the camera. I'll show you there. Here's my solar shades motor, and I'm going to press this thing, and my shades motor is moving around doing stuff. I'm going to press and press and press, and I never get any raw code. Oop. I never get any raw code. So and if you go back here, it does say that with this the receiver or whatever this RF device on the Sonoff bridge, it does understand a whole lot of codes from a whole lot of devices, but still not everything. I'm trying to remember where it says that, because I read it yesterday. There's another step you have to do here that I haven't played with, so I'm not gonna be able to tell you much about it. But something about converting a B0 to a B1 string. I don't know much about that. Raw sniffing. Ooh, maybe I try this. Let's try this. Maybe that'll work. All right, so now we're in a different kind of raw sniffing. Let's see if we get something else. No, we're not getting anything else. Dang it. Do we know the model number of this blinds thing? It's this guy right here. I actually took apart the remote control and I looked at the chip that's in there, but I couldn't really find anything about it. So it's this. I'll post this here if anybody can reboot after changing the raw mode. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Reboot after changing the raw mode. So is that raw mode already set now? I wonder what happens if you just go RF raw. What do you get? It's off. Okay, so we want it to be on. Whoa. So what was that? It was RF something. It was some crazy numbers. There it is. Copy that. Okay, so now it's on. Let's try it again. Usually press this a few times and it ends up. Mark needs us to start over. You bet. If it's certified, there's some amazingly useful info we can get. Ooh, really, Ariel? Oh, certified by, it probably is. Guys probably has some certifications. I don't know. Where might I find some of that information, Ariel? Why do I think it's 433? The remote control says 433. Or 33.92 megahertz. It's got, yeah. Oh, this model, there's a model number. Ooh, can you guys see all that? Let me type this in. Maybe we can look up some stuff about this remote. Do you think that'll help us? Do you know that box of gibberish on the bottom of things with all the logs? That's blurry. Yeah, let me just type it in for you. I'll type it in the chat. You can see it. All right. My eyes are... Here goes. Old man Z's. Oh, yeah, maybe I can just take a picture of it. Post that. Would probably be better. Okay. Now I'm going to post this in Discord. Do 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 do. I'll post it in general. Okay. Now we'll go to Discord and we'll look at it. I really want this to work. If this will work, if I can get this thing to work with my, if I can get this thing to work, I will replace all my blinds motors with these. Whoa, there it is. Does that help us? Logos. Oh, the logos, not the logs. Is there an advantage for you doing this to your bridge? Ikafar, only if you have, like I have a specific device that I know is 433 megahertz that I want to use with the bridge that I can't as it sits with Tasmota without this other firmware on the other chip. So we still haven't actually made it work with this other chip, but now the bridge has significantly expanded the number of RF devices it will work with. So I think, like, you know, Paul Hibbert and his RF plugs that he has, and he wants to use the Broadlink RF capabilities. This he could probably, you know, with the Portish firmware on a Sonoff bridge like this, he could probably use those plugs. He could probably get those that information, the codes that he needs. It's just not as easy with the RFBridge right now. Have I asked Hookup Rob about this? I haven't. Replace all the blinds motor with these? With these right here. With these right here, Mark. So this is a battery rechargeable solar motorized tube. So no wires. There's this little charging thing here, and it does come with a plug. You can just plug it in and recharge it every few months if you want. Oh, what's it say? Oh, the click on, click off are also 433, and they do not work, I think. Oh, guys, so this is the click on, click off. That's the one that it said it won't work with. That's the one it says it won't work with. So unfortunately, we might not be able to use this particular bridge. Here it is right here. Sonoff bridge is able to learn up to 16 different fixed codes provided by, and then these are the transmitters that it can use. And that's why I opened the remote control to see if it could use these transmitters, or to see if it did use these transmitters. See those numbers there? And then it says it's not able to recognize the click, is that these? Some people manage to use the fixed code devices like the PAR 1000 and the PAT 103 transmitters. So we may be out of luck. Have I looked at the IKEA Fighter? No, I haven't. Let's look at the IKEA Fighter. Is that a solar? I don't even care if it's solar. I just want battery powered. I can recharge them every once in a while. That's not the end of the world. What did you say it's called, Reese? F-Y-T... No. F-Y-R-T-U-R. And I don't want it... So here's the other thing. I don't want it to come with the shades, because that's way too expensive, man. I can't do it. And I already have my blackout blinds that I like. I just want the motor. And these are small, like, well, I guess by 76, 34 by 76. No, mine are like 50 something inches across. Bruno, can you talk to me privately later? I don't know, maybe. Why don't you try controlling it with the Broadlink RF blaster? I did. We can do it again. I can't learn the codes with that either. These are Zigbee. No, that would be cool, and that would be great. But can I just have the motor? I don't want the whole blinds thing. I just want the motor. I thought about taking this thing apart and replacing. Maybe you can use RFXCOM. Ooh, what's RFXCOM? So this is another little device. So this is is this like a universal RF? A universal RF translator? Mostly tilt blinds, but it would be cool if I could install some roller shade motors on the few windows that have roller shades. Yeah, we're kind of in the same boat, Mark. We mostly have blinds. I like shades because when I want the sun out, I want it out. And when I want the window open, I want it open. So I kind of like shades. And we do have, those big windows in our main sitting room that are not covered in any way. They don't have any window covering on them at all. So having shades on there is the way to go for me. The user guide and downloads. So I'll have to play with this. I'll take a look through this and see what it can do. 315 supported protocols. So is this a device you buy? Or is this firmware that you put on one of these? RF link. Are these, again, these are devices, or this is just firmware that you put on the bridge? Maybe that's what I need, is just something like this. Standalone devices, that's what it looks like to me too. And that's probably fine if they're not too much. You found the codes. Woo! Sir, good enough, you found the codes. I need to buy it. It's a device you buy. Okay. So, Sir Goodenough, what do you got for codes for me, amigo? DrZzs Bond. What do you mean Bond? What do you mean, Reese? Like James Bond? Monoprice remote transmitter thing? Is that IR only or does 4332? Oh, you know what? Oh, that Bond device. That's right. Those guys were supposed to send me one. Whatever happened to that? I'm going to have to talk to them again. That's right. Sorry. Thank you, Reese. Now I remember. Bond Bridge. This thing. These guys were going to send me one. And they never did. All right, time to talk to them again. Actually, you know what else I have? So since now we're talking about a whole bunch of different... I feel like Reese. He's like, he's not paying attention to me. I actually have this other device, which looks like that Bond device, but it's from ZemiSmart. And it's supposed to be, is it RF as well? Oh, it's just IR. Never mind. This is just IR. IR, that's probably fine, but the broad link is fine. Okay, so here's what we got. Yeah, this is it. So somebody got the codes for me? Wasn't pushing it or holding it long enough. After holding it up for 5 seconds, I got first output. Oh, and there's the codes. This is the only output I got so far. I tried multiple times. After insisting a lot, multiple long and short presses, I managed to get a few more samples, all from the up button. It's very hard to get them. Still don't get how frequent the signals are being transmitted. Is there a pattern at all? Huh. The right commands for up. Okay, so he's got up and down. Okay. Haven't found a good candidate for the stop command. That's kind of a problem. Done some research. Look like they only have one sync pulse, not two. That's the reason the F in the sniffed RF data. Never had examples about a protocol like this. The firmware needs some adjustment. Oh, this was November 2018. Please do a 0B1 sniffing again with this firmware. It will mark each bucket if it's high or low bucket. Oh boy. I'm not sure why the sniffing. So I picked the one remote control that's like, way to go, Sir Goodenough. Way to go. Thank you, buddy. You're a star. We'll do some planes and unicorns just because. Thank you. Unique codes depending on what was paired with the receiver. What I want then is just a different receiver. Now it makes me want to tear this open. You used RF Link to sniff it. Okay. I'm going to have to go through this whole thing and see up and down. So if this is different ones, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Ikafar. I think I might tear open this blinds motor part and put a different receiver in there. But that would suck. Like, still don't know. The stop codes are hard to get. Holding it for 3 and 5 seconds. I'm going to have to read through this whole thing. Maybe this will get it. Man, not easy. Not easy. RF to MQTT gateway? Addy, what's that? The RF link device. Okay, well, I'm going to let the... As far as our journey for the stream title today, we have accomplished our mission of taking the Sonoff RFBridge, flashing it with Tasmota, and then flashing the other chip, the RF chip, with Portish. So that mission has been accomplished. But unfortunately, my journey towards controlling my battery-powered roller shade motor is not finished. We're going to have to do some more investigating, and maybe that means get one of these RF link devices. I'm certainly going to try these Bond guys again. They were supposed to send me one. I don't know what happened. And there's even this RFXCOM one. I'm going to look into just getting the motor for this, because this would be fine if I could just get the motor. I don't want the blinds, the shades itself, but... anyways. RF link Arduino. Okay, I'm going to focus my attention now on the chat. Sorry about that. Try getting Portish from their GitHub. I will. Bond device is in the box to the left behind you. I mean, this looks like it, but this ain't it. I'll have to ask him. You know, it'd be total. RF Link supposedly runs on a Raspberry Pi IIRC. So you can get a Raspberry Pi with an IR transmitter receiver and then run that RF Link on there. So RFXCOM controlling similar blind motors. Okay, maybe I'll get those. It's funny, I found this live stream while I was programming my home AI core. Well, thanks for being here, Ariel. Appreciate your input. Sounds like the device used a non-standard protocol. Yep. I'd say it's unlikely that the standard compliant device would help much. Yeah. Do you know if any of the ESPs do 433 megahertz? Not natively, like the chip itself. Not that I know. I don't think so. It seems like they all require some other, some complementary chip to do RF. But I'm not an expert on that. RF Link needs an Arduino Mega and an RF Link PCB, okay? IIRC is if I remember correctly. Okay, thank you. Too old for this newfangled talk. Would it be possible to make a device that consistently measures tire pressure and alert me when the tire pressure is low? I hate those things. Do you really want those things? You want that in your car? We have had that I think we have it in probably, 3 cars. And it is constantly wrong. Like, it's always telling us that the tire pressure is low. We fill up the tire pressure. We manually check the tire pressure, and the tire pressure is fine. And the stupid light will not go away. So that would be, you'd have to have something inside. As I understand the way those work, the sensor is inside the tire. So, the inner tube of the tire, not inner tube, but, the tube space, the air space inside the tire is where those sensors live, or they live on the little place where you put the air in. And I had one break off and it was rattling around inside the rim. I don't know. Not a fan. It would probably be pretty hard to have a DIY hack for that, but maybe. I don't know of it anyways. Open source and easy to use. What did you say? What are you talking about, John? RF Link. I might try RF Link. I like that idea. D1 Mini that sends 433 to Me Light. How do you do that, Morton? You must have, but you have it hooked up to a different transmitter, right? Like you don't have, I don't know enough about how it works, but I can't imagine that the D1 Mini by itself can send a signal on that frequency. Valve stem, yeah, they're in the valve stem. Why I want it, but I don't know if it would be accurate. Let's go to Portish GitHub and download from there. We can try. I have a stubborn 433 device that's really fast. Don't know what its protocol is. It's Bluetooth. Oh, it's Bluetooth. Oh, cool. Andres did one. It's 433. When are you doing a new house tour again? 100,000, Aaron. 100,000 subscribers. We'll do another house tour. Maybe a custom protocol. You can use a software-defined radio, configure it to receive pressure readings. Oh, man. You can do it. All right. You can order a small footprint off AliExpress for like $6. I have an Arduino Mega. I have an Arduino Mega sitting right over here. This one is similar, but with Zigbee. Ooh. I like that idea. It's not. It's mine. Mine. Okay. Okay. That'll work. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. $75 is kind of a lot, but I think it might be worth it. Wait. Built-in 433 remote. What? Is it both? It says Zigbee, so it must be both. How do you recharge it? Yep, wide application with Zigbee. Okay. Multiple 6 limits, easy DIY. How do you... Does this have batteries? Where's the power coming from? Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee. I have my the Zigbee button here. Where'd it go? There it is.
Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the
What are we
Zigbee.
discussing? Hey, Tony.
Oh, the Zigbee.
We went through the
Oh,
Sonoff
Zigbee.
RFBridge,
Oh, the
and we
Zigbee.
flashed it with
Oh, the
Tasmota,
Zigbee.
and then we also put on the Portish firmware on the RF chip so that you could capture raw data signals. We did it in order to try and capture RF signals from a curtain motor like this, but no go in the end. For this particular curtain motor that it's not this one. This curtain motor that I just shared the link to, this one is Zigbee as well as 433, I guess. The one I have here is 433, and it doesn't communicate with the bridge, even with the Portish firmware. Well, it might eventually. We have found somebody who got some stuff done. I gotta mark this one as important. Reese wants us to try and flash it with the different firmware. I may try that. I'm not going to try it right now. I want to keep on for the next half hour through the rest of this stream. I'll just do chat discussions. We'll answer questions and we'll talk about stuff. What you got there? Read up carefully. It says Tuya Smart Life. Sounds like they're using all the buzzwords. I wonder if it really. Well, I know that this is the Tuya Zigbee hub. This is the one I have. I have not been recognizing subscribers, so I'm going to recognize some subscribers. Thank you, Chris, for subscribing. The device sends a signal from it that puts high bits on one frequency and low bits on another, very close by. Yeah. Ariel, you're on another level from me, brother. You know stuff. I don't know. I'm missing how this thing is powered. Oh. Well, then I have that hub. I have that hub. I wonder if that hub would, because does this, I don't think this blinds, I bet you it's the same. Completely off topic. DC. Well, but how do I charge it? I mean, I see that it's got to have batteries in it, I guess, but it doesn't have, like, I'm looking at it here and all I see is that thing. Like, is there power wires coming off or what? I'm glad it's DC because I have an AC one and it's kind of dumb. No degree, no installers or a degree in rocket science required. I love this. Chinese marketing is the best. Yeah, it's the best. 7.4 volts DC. No, our DC tubular designed with use with our own RF remote. Yeah. Conveniently open, close them anywhere, anytime to use Smart Life app. You know what I want to check? Let's go back to this. So here's this one is the one I actually have, and I don't think it works with Tuya app. Yeah, darn it. 18 volts. This was so close to being awesome. So close to being awesome. Man. Arrgh. Maybe I should try with a different one. Hey, how's it going? Frank's here. Using an old, try with the least. Okay, all right. Peter's with. Let's try it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we can try it. I'm not sure there is a newer version than that, but maybe. Let's see. Where would it be? Source. Do I have to compile it myself? Where is it? Find it for me. Okay, Reese or Peter, if you guys want to find the hex file for me, I would appreciate that very much. And if you do, we'll upload that different hex file and see if it'll work. Ooh, what's this about Google Say, Will and Frank? So have you changed something? Changed the voice, or what did we change? Thanks for the text-to-speech fix. Oh, awesome. Tell me about this, because right now we have been using a few Google Homes with the text-to-speech, and it sounds so funny. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, if that's what you fixed, but right now it sounds so funny. I worked on a Somfy shade for my sister. It's a little strange. Transmits on 432 instead of 432.92. Uses a rolling code tech like a Genie garage door. Ah, so dumb. Why no love for issue 4 days? Doesn't look like I signed anything. Pronouncing special characters. Oh, it was pronouncing special characters. Oh, nice. Maybe it's funny because when she makes announcements for us, or when the Google Home makes announcements for us, first it's a woman's voice, and then she just pronounces a few things really weird. Not like with an accent, just like very robotically wrong. Not something I don't think anybody can fix. Every space was pronounced as %20. That's a good answer, Frank. Sorry. Solder some leads to the remote control. Connect them using an ESP. Could do that. Could do that. Could do that. Yeah. That would be a possibility. I want like 7 of these. Release of the repo. I mean, I could try and download this. I wonder if he doesn't have the compiled. Oh, here is this one. It RFBridge.hex 17 months ago. Try it. Hello, %20. Hello, %20 there. Go Leafs, go. Oh yeah, they playing hockey tonight. Releases on the bar in the top right. Is that what you already told me? I don't know why I'm not seeing it. I'm just blind. I think these blind motors are generically BOFU type. I wonder if I could. I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. I just want to find. At this point, my shades out there on the windows have gone through so many iterations. I need something that finally works. Oh my gosh. I don't see releases on them. Releases, sorry. There it is. Okay. February. Okay. It still hasn't been that. It's not that new. February 20th of 2019. So it's a year and a half old. But this is newer. So, added the Keku protocol. Okay. All right. Let's check it out. We'll give it a go. That'll be awesome. All right, let's set this thing back up for flashing again. Flash. Oh. All right. So we left that thing on. We wanted it to go from right to right and left to left, I believe. How's it going, buddy? Oh, hey, sweet girl. Ooh, you got yummy breath. You chewing gum. Yeah. You want a little drink of my soda? Of course you do. Oh, okay. Okay. I love you. Ah! All right, here we are. Where did my... So many things open. Here it is. Okay, main menu. Firmware upgrade. Choose a file. We're going to try this new one. This will be Peter. All the credit goes to Reese and Peter on this one. If it works. Okay, that's the one. Okay, it's loading. And it's done. Golly, that's awesome. Okay, disconnect that. Restart. Main menu. Console. Now, what do you think about how you turn it on? The raw code thing over there. Oh, there's Reese. Sorry. Thank you, Reese. I didn't see that in Discord. Sorry, amigo. Try the R. Okay, the raw 177 again. Okie dokie. Okay. Magic remote. Go. Reese, you freaking genius! You freaking genius! You did it! You did it! Oh my gosh! And there's a different code for the down. Oh my word! Oh my gosh. Reese, I owe you. What do I owe you? You tell me. What do you need? What do you want? Oh my gosh. Hallelujah. You bleeping genius. You bleeping genius. Holy cow. We got to celebrate this. We got to do all the celebrations. Yes. 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 I even did stop. I even did the stop button. Like right now, there's the stop button. Oh my heavens to Betsy. Reese, you bleeping genius. You know what this means, I think? That means I need to do Bitwarden. That's exactly what I was going to say, Mark. That's exactly what I was going to say. Another YouTuber that uses the same intro music. And he does Home Assistant too? Who is it? What's his name? Turf Battle. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we need to do as some sort of actual automation with this thing, right? Yeah, Bitwarden. How am I not going to do Bitwarden for Reese now? After all he has begged for Bitwarden, and I have always denied him, and here he comes through in the super clutch. If Bitwarden is your wish, Reese, I will dedicate myself this week to making Bitwarden happen. Oh my gosh. Now I have to do, I need to do the BO conversions. Yeah, so we're not totally done, but at least we got it. We got the codes. Holy cow. All right, well, let's read through this then and figure out what we have to do next, because I didn't get this far. This is as far. Bitwarden is your wish. Okay, brother. You got it. We're on it. Where was the good hex code? It was in this releases page right here. Uh-oh, so yes, Frank's got to fix Bitwarden. Set up a mail server. Okay. Same song. Uh-oh. I need to go back now. I just lost this. Oh, he has 100 Yeah, he uses a different part of it. Except now, I unfortunately, what's the shortcut for going back? I lost my YouTube chat because I clicked on the YouTube link. Doggone it. Mostly Chris. Well, come on, Mostly Chris. What do you got? All right. Pop out the chat again. So when I click on a link like that, it hasn't happened to me in a while, but when I'm looking at the chat in a browser window, and then somebody sends a link to a YouTube video and I click on it, it takes away my chat. All right. Did I use your stream music in the SwitchBot video? Oh, was it at the one at the end? I like that one a lot. I did it for you, Seamus. Run it on Proxmox. Okay, so I need to set up a mail server on Proxmox. Install the new Portish firmware. Yep, that's what we did. Broke your chat. It's okay. It's all right, Raspy. I broke my chat. You didn't do it. Okay, here we go. So what are we going to do now? Once we have those, let's see. We got to go back here. Firmware, we did this. Operation, we did that. We got the right codes. Learning commands. In order to learn buttons from your remote, we did that. Sending the commands. This is what we're going to have to do. Using MQTT. Okay. Command RFBridge backlog. can I send this? I should be able to do. So when I've got this information here. Oops, where'd it go? No. Where did my window go? Doggone it. Too many. 144, right? Okay. Oh, does that mean it's all gone? Oh no, it's still there. Okay. So this. So let's use like this first one. Let's use this one. We should potentially be able to grab. I'm just going to try this. I'm going to grab all that, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm just going to say RF raw space, and then I'm going to paste all that in, and I'm going to send it and see what happens. Nothing. That didn't do it. I thought it was going to send a command. It didn't. That was a mistake. Oops. Okay. Oh, that's why you read the instructions, doofus. Needs to be converted. Okay, here we go. We're going to convert it. B1 to BO conversion tools. After learning how Bitbucket works, one of these tools, sniffing messages to the B format with the RF raw command. Okay. Online process. Enter this. We get the code. Copy the JSON payload output from the console. Paste it in the online converter. There's an online converter. Sweet. Okay. So let's grab this. Copy that. Go to the online converter. And convert. Oh. Is it because it's got what? Maybe I didn't. Oh, I didn't do the raw part. Did I not grab everything I needed? Yeah, I didn't grab everything. I didn't grab the whole thing. Okay, you got to grab the whole thing, including this RF raw stuff. Right, like that. So, and then we'll have to put a squiggly bracket on the outside of that. Okay, okay. Try this again. And then it needs a squiggly bracket here. And now we can convert it. Okay, sweet. We don't need all this though, right? Let's just do that again. Oh yeah, we do know that. All right, now what is it? Now what do we do with that? We converted it. We'll return the resulting B0 string to use in setting up commands in the RFBridge. Okay. Oh boy. Rename file from bucketconvert.txt to bucketconvert.py. In the command line, give the B1 message string and the retries value. Oh my gosh, really? Then, if the device reacted as expected, you can enter the name of the button. Oh my gosh. This is hard. Ignore that. That's for converting at the command line. You've done it already in the online tool. Okay, good. Okay, great. Now RF send. Okay. Great. Thank you. RF send, and I can send all this. RF send. Paste all this. Cross your fingers, everybody. Nah, didn't do anything. Either one or the other. Let's try it again. It's maybe I got the wrong stuff. Let's go back here again. Return the BO. B1 to BO. You can enter the name of the button, else enter nothing. Repeat until the lines you've tried. 2 converting messages, commands. Thanks for your tutorials. You're welcome. Home Assistant server up and running. A bunch of ESP32 sensors and base. Excellent. It's RF raw, not RF send. Okay, I'm sorry. It did it! It worked! Peter, you wonderful... Now how do I stop it? Yeah! Yes! We did it. We did it. The Sonoff RFBridge with Portish firmware is now controlling my battery-powered solar rechargeable blinds motor. John, wonderful. Peter, thank you so much. We're going to celebrate again. Man. Oh, that feels good. Tell me I just joined the stream, right as you could. Yes, that's right. Requested everywhere. You joined, or this, you're Fatty, right? Right as I, thank you, Mark. Right as I achieved victory. I can't say I achieved victory in this one. This one was definitely all Reese and Peter. And others. You guys, as usual, pull me through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Put one of those bridges close to that window. Use it for that window. I understand because it's raw, you can't store the RF code in the bring button. I think I have to drop the mic. Poof. I think what I'm going to have to do is set it up so that it does an MQTT message that will send RF raw. So I have to go do that to do one of those tutorials for this. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, Andrew, I will take this stream and I will chop it up and make it into something a little more condensed and a little more digestible. And I will post it. Absolutely. No save, just send via MQTT. That's right, Peter. So yeah, we cannot program these buttons to do that. So I can't just go RF key 1 and have it send, but we'll have to, I'll have to send an MQTT command from Home Assistant to the bridge, and then the bridge can send out the raw command, right? Or Node-RED or a script. Yeah. You have to get the RFBridge to send that. Can I show us the MQTT quickly? I suppose the command, so the command is RF raw, right? So we would have to go to, what is my MQTT command for this thing? So let's do it. We'll go here real quick. Oh, let's do it in Home Assistant. That might be a little bit better. No, I'll do it here. We'll do it through this MQTT FX or whatever it is I use. Node-RED sends payloads like this. Oh, Peter, if you've got something for Node-RED, share it with us, please. Share it. That will make Blade so happy. All right. So it's going to need to be command. I don't remember what my MQTT topic is here. Oh, so this MQTT topic is still this. So I think what it would be, let's do the MQTT real quick. Explorer. Oops. Okay, we're going to publish. And I think it would have to be command and then /Tasmota. And then this is the name. I didn't change the topic name, so this is just the random name that it gave this bridge when we started this. And then I wonder, and then would it be RF raw? We're gonna have to try a couple things. Okay, we're gonna have to try a couple things here. I don't know for sure. No, that didn't work. Okay, that's not how you would do it. There's probably an example here that I'm just need to pay attention to. Tally result. Here. Nope, that's still the result. Where's the command part? Command Sonoff bridge. Oh, that is what I just used. I wonder why that didn't work. I need it to be backlog, Perry says. Command RF2 backlog. Okay. And then what do I do? So do I need to put RF raw in there? I thought that there was an example up here of this somewhere. Here. Example using MQTT. So command RFBridge backlog and then RF raw. Okay, so here we go. Whoa, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this. So not raw, but backlog. And then it's gonna have to be RF raw as the payload and then this other stuff. Let's see if that works. No, that didn't work. Maybe it's all the way up. Let's try a different, let's go down with it. Perry's going to tell me how to do it right. Command device backlog. Oh, the payload already is raw, so I don't need this extra raw. Good. Because that confused me. I JSON'd it. I see. Okay. There. No. Didn't work. And Tasmota backlog. I spell something wrong. I guess I could do JSON if I... Things after the code in the docs. Oh. Oh, yeah, there are. There it is. Okay. All right, try again. Whoa, whoa, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. What just happened? Okay. Stop doing that. Okay. So then at the beginning of this, we do have to do RF raw. And then at the end, we do have semicolon and then RF raw 0. Now. Dang it. Still didn't go. Command. Need a backlog only if there are multiple commands to send. It's just raw. Check the topic. CMND. And then that's my bridge. So backlog if it's more than just one, huh? No space. Okay, Peter's got it. This works for me. The host name in the middle is going to be right. Okay, so the host name will have to be changed. Okay. So that should work. So and then oh, there's a space. I've got some spaces. Oh, that's why. Possibly that's why. Anyways, okay. So there's all these spaces. Let's just get rid of them. Okay, cross your fingers. No, didn't move. Nope. Nope. No, the payload. The payload should be here. I mean, I guess you may put it up here. Nope. 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 Upper lowercase matches the bridge. You know, it should be able to do it from here. That worked. So, okay, so I know that that's right. Wow. Okay, so let's try it again. No, so when I put this, when I pasted this in here with this topic and that command and hit enter, it moves. Yeah, totally. Turn on MQTT on the bridge? Oh, you know what? I never did. That's right. I didn't configure MQTT. Oh, you idiot. You idiot. Oh, jeez. Beating our heads against the wall like, why is this working? Why is this not working? I'll tell you why it's not working. Because there's a dummy at the keyboard. Oh, boy. Now we're going to change this to RF. We're going to call it RFBridge raw. Arr. Okay, well now it helps that this is actually connected to the MQTT broker. Yeah, that was a fail. Hey, Mois, thanks for being here. Welcome to Home Assistant. As always, user error. Yeah, we kind of knew that was coming, didn't we? All right, now we should be able to, let's try it again out here. And I guess we could do it this way. No, I think this needs to be in the payload. Oh, now it's a different topic because I changed this. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Come on, idiota. It's probably because I haven't had breakfast yet. Let's try this. Nope. So let's try it here. Take this out. Nope. That works. So it should be, this should be the topic. And this should be the command. I mean, that works. It's moving when I do that. Oops. It says unknown command over here. Have I been missing that? Oh, yeah, command unknown. Result. Stat result. I wonder what that's about. It's turning it on. Backlog is required. Okay. So where does backlog go? Right here? And then RF raw. No. It's also in the payload. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's go back here again and look at this example. Oh, and then this thing at the end in the payload. Sorry. This thing. Right? That's weird. So I wonder how Peter's got it working without some of this stuff. And they've capitalized a couple of these RFs. I don't know if that matters. We'll capitalize that. We'll capitalize that. Okay, here it goes. Nah. Still not going. Still not going. Hey, Bobby. Has he done the hardware mod with the resistor? Ooh, no resistor. The bit at the end is not needed, okay? Nope. The R0 at the end isn't really needed. It just turns off the RF raw monitoring so it isn't doing it all the time, okay? Maybe missing quotes somewhere. We can try it by putting it all up here again. In the topic. Nope. 2 hours already and only partially broken stuff. Dang, man. All right. Well, share some more examples of what you guys have that's working. REST, I find MQTT on everything is kind of trash. You could try it that way. I got to wrap up, though. We got to wrap it up. Wrap it up, wrap it up. Does the case of the RF raw matter? Yeah. I'm copying this example right here for the most part. The unknown command before was due to the trailing space at the end of the topic. I think RF raw isn't a command. I'm going to copy this thing. And I'm going to put the whole thing. Let's do it in Home Assistant instead. Let's use Home Assistant's MQTT stuff. Where did that go, by the way? Where did the MQTT stuff go? Is it MQTT publish? Yeah, MQTT publish. Oh, maybe that's not the best way to do it. Let's go back to this. So that should be, if we look at theirs, look at their example. I'm getting tired. Get this example. That is the payload, or that's the topic. I did change it. Yeah, I did change it. And you can see the new, so here's my, like that should work. That should be the topic. Right there. So if I go there, go back to this, and we get rid of all this crap and put in that topic. And then this should be the payload. And that should be it. I mean, when I put that into the console, it goes. But not when I put it into the MQTT broker. What other ideas, fellas? It's because you have it set to raw and not JSON. Payload in quotes. I don't think so. No. Your wife is a goer, eh? Nudge, nudge. Backlog is payload. Your topic just changed. It did? Oh. It did. That's weird. What's happening to my... All right. Well, let's try it again through Home Assistant. That's fine. Let's try it. All right. We're going to here, and we're going to get the... If I paste this whole line in, it works. If I just put that in the command line down here... Oh, no, it didn't work that time. Oh. Copy this. Put it down here. Paste that in. Oh, now it's not working. Copied too much that time. Oh, man. Maybe JSON. Okay. You copied 2 lines instead of 1. Whoops. Because it's already open. Oh, maybe because the blind is already open. Could be. So we'll close it. Okay. I thought it was this. Okay. I should be able to copy that. Paste it here. There's nothing at the end of it. We go to the beginning. It's just that. Okay, that works. Stop. Now, I should be able to take this. I should be able to take this as the payload. Or the topic, I'm sorry, excuse me. Paste that in there. And then I should be able to take this as the payload. Copy that. Make sure I didn't accidentally get too much. And, oh, so that's going to need to be RF raw. There's several bits in here. I don't need all these bits. It's going to need to be... Oh, the payload, in this case, I should be able to just do this with the payload. It worked! That did it. That did it. Did it, 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 did it. What's the RF code for? It's for this magic, fancy, rechargeable battery solar power blinds motor that I've been wanting to use to replace all the blinds in my living room. And we just did it. No, it just worked. It just worked. It just worked. We did it again. Boom. Okay. So there we go. This is the topic. That is the payload. And we are golden. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. I don't know if it needs quotes here or not, to be honest. It might not even need quotes here. Yeah, it works without quotes. GG, everybody. GG. GG. All right. Now we have successfully finished. We got the RFBridge flashed with Tasmota. We got it flashed with Portish. We got the RF, let's see, what are you going to call this thing? We got the Zemismart battery-powered RF shades motor working through Home Assistant with MQTT. Whoa, massive success is right. Yes! That calls for another Stream Deck extravaganza. Boo, 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 boo. Oops, I hit fail. Should have done that. There's all of them. Just all of them. It's just crazy. And yeah, Peter, I'm going to go back through and do a... I'm going to go back through and chop this up and make it into something hopefully we can understand. Backlog to avoid constant RF decoding on the bridge. Okay, let's try that. If we do, turn all these off now. If we use backlog, where do we use backlog? Say that again. Now create an MQTT cover. Yep. And now Bitwarden is a go. So Cardi, where do I use backlog? So you've got it. So that's what they're doing here. So what's this? Where does this go? That's where I'm confused. So backlog. So if I use backlog here, then do I need to do JSON here and go RF raw like that? Is that what you're saying? Nope. That didn't work. I know. Oh, I put that at the end. Still YAML. So that's putting that RF raw and then the code and then RF raw 0 at the end. How do I do that? How do I make that into the MQTT topic? So raw, then code, then raw 0. So it would just be another. So, oh, I see. I understand now. With backlog, we're doing two different commands. We're doing RF raw and then all this. And then we're doing another command, which is RF raw and turn it off. Okay, that still works to start the motor. And when we go back to the bridge, we've turned off the RF. Okay, that's it. Gotcha. I understand now. I understand. It only took 2 hours. And that's because this backlog, when you do backlog, you're doing several codes, right? Okay, sweet. I got it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. What a good day. Did we leave anything else undone? Have we left anything undone? Usually cheap, long-lasting battery, fire alarms, pool, sauna, temperature. Yep. Takes the load off the RF chip for having to receive the code all the time. Got it, Peter. I like it. Man. Peter, have I ever sent you stickers? Reese, have I ever sent you anything? I need your, Peter and Reese especially. You guys did some great, there was others too. I don't want to move anybody or, miss anybody, leave anybody out. But man, you guys really pulled through today. Use NoseRed to publish the topic. That's right. How's my Git repository? It's, I haven't updated it in a while. I have not updated it in a while, but it's good. It's good. Use Node-RED, yes. About patrons. One good question is ask about patrons. Okay, what about patrons? Somebody ask a question about Patreons. Reese and Peter and anybody else, if you feel like I helped you out, or you helped me out, sorry. Send me your address in Discord and I'll mail you some stickers. It's been too long since I mailed stickers. If you want more stickers, I need to come up with a new sticker. Like I've been sending stickers, but I need to change the stickers every once in a while, right? You guys don't have the same stickers over and over again. All right, let's go to the questions, the live stream questions. Thank you, Sir Goodenough. You're a star. Let me go down here. How often do I update the Patreons list on the waiting screen? Good question. I have not updated it in a while. I will do that. I think the last time I updated it was at the beginning of quarantine, so it's been a few months. So I'm sorry if you're, is that craziness? I should probably start including that Patreons list in other places as well. I know a lot of guys like Rob and Hibbert, Paul Hibbert, they'll put it in their videos too at the end. So I need to start doing that. Started documenting my issues on my GitHub repository to keep track of things I'm doing on my home. Saw somebody else do it. Kind of interesting. Oh, yeah, let's check that out. I can remake my die cut files and send you a copy. Oh, cool. Thanks. Do I think that Sonoff Zigbee bridge will be supported by Zigbee to MQTT at some point? I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Get the ladder out. So, what is this you're doing here? Are you doing all these? This is what you're doing? So you've opened your own issues, which are things you're working on your home. Is that right? Oh, I do kind of like that. I do kind of like that. Send what to all of you? Tell me again. I think I like that. I like that, Frank, because I have my own little list, my to-do list. But if I put it here, that's a good idea. I like that because a lot of the times, I have something that I'm working on, and then I'll just put it. I'll work on a little bit and put it off to the side, and I don't really keep track, and there's not really a record of what I've done with it. Should something happen to you, do you have a contingency plan for the home automation stuff in your family? We've talked about it, but no. I know that, oh, hey, thanks, Peter. All right, you got it, buddy. I know a while back, Superhouse, Steven, right? Is that his first name? Jonathan. Superhouse TV. He had a friend who passed away, and if I remember the video topic or the video content, he had to go over and help his friend's wife or something like that, try and sort through all this stuff in their house. And so he talked about preparing for death, right? And yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's definitely a good idea. Right now, what I've told because I've had people ask, like my wife, and if somebody's asked, and I've said everything that I've done in the house is recorded on YouTube. So if you want to know which switches work and how and why, it's probably on YouTube. That's not a very good answer, and I don't want them to have to rely on that. So, oh man. Okay. I will do that, Fatty. Okay. But they would probably get really sad because then they'd be watching me on YouTube, right? And so they'd get really sad and be like, "Oh, Dad." And then hours of streams where things didn't work, right? All right, guys, it is we've gone an extra half an hour today, and I loved every minute of it. So thank you all for being here. Let's call the kids up for sign off. Oh no, where's the sign off button? Did I move my sign off button? Oh, I did move my sign off button. It's on there it is. Discord. Yeah, you know what? That might have.
It's time for sign off. It's time for sign off. It's time for sign off.
You can make the repo private. It's time for sign off. It really is. Come on in. Oh man. Oh really? You had it this morning. Now it's gone. Tired. It's nap time. Okay, so this time for sign off, I have an idea. We're gonna sign off like we just won the championship because that's pretty much what happened today. Yeah, we accomplished everything that we wanted to accomplish, and sometimes it was hard, and sometimes we had to do things multiple times, but we stuck with it, and we kept going, and we got it done. So we're going to sign off like we just won the championship. Yeah, Dawson's mohawk is gone. So we're going to sign off like we just won the championship. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios! Woo!
Let's go.
All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Have a good one.